Hey everybody, Flip and Danny here, founders of the Freedom Real Estate Group family of companies, and welcome to another episode of our podcast, which is called
Freedom Through Passive Income.
That's right, and welcome to another episode. This is another live episode, and we're actually still in Florida.
Yeah.
Still.
You almost said Ohio.
Yeah, I know, I had to think about it. But we're actually still here.
Yes.
Next week, though, we'll be somewhere new.
Yes.
Or different. Anyway, so we're still down here in Florida, and we survived the hurricane, which we talked about last week.
Yep.
And we're coming down from that whole
Experience.
ordeal. So this is a live week 40.
Yeah.
That means there's only 12 more of these.
Only 12 more of these, guys. What are we going to do?
I can name. Would you like a list?
Yeah. All the things that we can do with our time.
Yeah, let me show you that list. So let's go back. Let's talk about this last week, because it's like I always love these days, because let's look at the calendar. What happened this last week?
Yes, that's exactly how we prepare for these episodes. We both look at the calendar real quick. We look and see what happened since the last Thursday episode. And so we're like, okay, Lyle, my brother, was still in town at that point in time. And we took him to Epcot on Saturday.
Yeah, his very first time to Epcot Center, so that was fun.
Yep.
And in typical Flip and Danny fashion, it was about 20 years ago that my mom wanted to take our whole family to England. So we said, sure, well, why don't we go on this month? And we went, and we got to London, England, and we found out it was the Queen's, rest in peace, it was the Queen's Golden Jubilee. Just a little bit of a party in London while we were there to sightsee. So we went to Epcot Center on Saturday, and unbeknownst to us, it was the 40th anniversary of Epcot Center. To say it was full is an understatement.
Yes.
And what made it even funnier is that we read all of the rules about getting in and getting reservations to Epcot Center, and that currently they're only allowing a third of the capacity. So if that was a third of the capacity, Lord help me if I'm ever there when it's full capacity, because they would be just standing room. You can't move anywhere.
Yeah. And that was a big question mark for us, right?
Yeah.
Because we were looking at the reservations, and the reservations came about during the pandemic, and they wanted to make sure that they're only at third capacity.
Yeah.
So they're requiring reservations. The fact that they're still doing reservation is what is confusing to us.
Yeah.
Does that mean they're still at third capacity, or did they decide reservations was a really good idea, and so they're still doing it?
It was full.
It was full. So we're thinking that was not third capacity, because that was crazy. And anyway, but it was a fun day. It was a fun day to show Lyle around and take him around the world. This is the very first time we went clockwise instead of counterclockwise.
Yeah, we always go counterclockwise. We always go, we walk in and we go to Canada and England. I don't know why. We always go that way first, and we end with Mexico. And we asked him what he wanted to do, and he wanted to go clockwise. And we're like, oh?
So it was interesting for us to see kind of new things. It was a new perspective going the other way.
Yep.
So it was really cool. We got to see some cool things. We can talk for a lot about that day, but we'll keep on going. Then we spent the time for the next few days prepping the house for the videographer. Yeah,
we had a videographer fly in on Tuesday to do... I don't even know how many videos and pictures we did. It was a lot. But he was coming in Tuesday morning, late morning. And so we had all of Sunday and Monday to get this house in video worthy.
Yeah.
And
if you ever want to unpack really fast or get a house ready really fast, force yourself to have guests over or to do a videographer session where you're going to have to show people around. Because we literally were just taking artwork and just going, this can go here, this can go here.
Yeah.
It may not live in the places that it's now at forever, but at least they got on the wall.
There are some drawers that are full of some interesting things right now. That's all I do know.
So I will say the house looks better.
Yep.
It looks better. It feels better. There's no rooms that are, there's a couple catch-all rooms. They're the guest bedrooms that we don't use right now.
Right.
That's where a lot of things got thrown.
Yep.
The house looks like, it actually looks like we live here.
Yeah, I know.
Kind of cool.
Let's go to Ohio for a week.
And then Tuesday was
that was the video day. So he got in a little bit late, late morning, just before noon.
Yep.
And we're like, okay, what are we doing? And he had said originally that we'd love to get I'd love to do something, or I don't know what, but something with your car and possibly with the golf cart, and so he got here and we did a couple of videos, and he went, wait, where's my phone? And he goes, "Oh, I left my phone in the Uber driver." And the Uber driver, thankfully, only lives like a half mile from our house.
Right.
So we had to drive the golf cart and the car over to get his phone. And so I was driving the car. Who was driving the golf cart, Danny? Yeah.
That was my very first time driving a golf cart.
Yeah, that was
not
awesome.
a golf cart. I guess I have driven a golf cart before,
this is
but
not
your brand new.
This is not your normal golf cart.
Yes.
Yeah, golf carts don't go 30 miles an hour.
Yes. And Skylar's, videoing Flip back behind us with the Corvette. And then Skylar turns around and says, "Hey, Danny, how fast does this thing go?" And I go, "I don't know, 25 miles an hour or something like that." He goes, "All right." And I said, "You want me to go?" He goes, "Yeah." So I went. And Flip was just like, "Whoa, she's going fast."
Yeah. She had the pedal to the metal.
And it turns out that golf cart goes like 30 miles an hour.
We found that out.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So some other firsts for that day was that you actually went to the driving range for the very first time.
Yeah, because he was like, "I'd love to do something with the golf clubs," and because we're on a golf course, and I'm like, "Well, we could go over to the driving range." I have no idea where that's at. I'm assuming it's over at the clubhouse because we've been here now for 2 months and I still have not been there.
Yep.
And so we did. We loaded up the golf cart, went over to the clubhouse, and I walked in. I said, "Hey, we're doing a video shoot. I need like 3 balls, just to hit a couple balls." And they said, "Yep, small bucket, $7." So I paid $7 for 3 balls. Well, that's kind of like my round of golf. That's usually what I pay,
Right.
And I lose those 3 balls. So it's normal for me. But anyway, so we went to the driving range, and then I actually went to the driving range again the next day because I could. It was nice.
Yeah, and you now knew what the process was.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. I
And it was kind of a tease, right?
Yep.
To actually go there and only get to hit like a few balls because our videographer was there, and we had to like go back to the house so we could catch the Uber back to the airport.
Yeah, almost as much of a tease as it is living on a golf course and not golfing.
Yes. And then Wednesday, this whole ordeal of my brother coming into town, the hurricane happening, the videographer coming like right after next and having to get the house already, we were just done. Done. So on Tuesday night, as we're just sitting there kind of going, "Oh, it's over. We did it." We decided we were taking Wednesday off.
Yep.
So we did not do anything on Wednesday. This is why I have I'm so grateful for such an amazing team because I literally said to Jody, "Hey, Jody, is it okay if everything waits until tomorrow?" Because I was planning on doing a little bit, but I was so dang tired. I just didn't want to do anything. I couldn't muster the energy.
Yep.
And so she was like, "No, it's okay. You can wait till tomorrow." And so took the entire day off yesterday. Like you said, you went and did the driving range, came home, brought me flowers. Thank you so much. You are such a prince. Our dogs came home with pumpkins.
I know.
They did some decorating on pumpkins. We got it all on Facebook if you want to see it.
Yep.
They even did a fall photo shoot. You can't see those yet. We actually sent them to the marketing team to see what they wanted to do with them.
And they're priceless.
They are. They're so cute. So it was really nice. And this morning woke up so refreshed. So my takeaway always for days like that are when you need a day off, take it because you're so much more productive the following day because you took time to rest and rejuvenate. So it's so important to our bodies and our health and our minds.
Just take a beat.
Yep, that's right. Take a beat.
That's
right. So that was our week. Oh, but deals. Sorry.
This is my favorite part because now I get to hear about what's going on.
We have been talking a lot of personal stuff lately on the week to week because of this move and so many things are taking our time. On a personal level. But that's part of this too, right? To see a day in the life, a little bit of, that's why we did a daily podcast. But deals. So we actually have 3, we have a pending closing that we're not announcing yet because we want to make sure it's still pending. But by next Thursday, we should have an announcement.
Awesome.
So I'm super, super excited, waiting to hear the news on that one. But we're not going to talk about it today, but it's exciting. We'll tell you more soon. And then we have 3 other deals in the works. I think one's in... I'm not going to say the states. They're in 3 different states. 3 deals, 3 different states, and these are big deals. So the team has been working. We're always, in the background, even though we talk about a lot of personal stuff. We got some big things coming, and we're getting really, really excited.
I love to hear this.
Not to mention the videographer was here because of our marketing team.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes that are foundational that aren't super exciting and we don't talk about, and then suddenly they come and we're like, whoa, we're here. Yep. So we're really excited about what's going on and happy to share it with you all as we go.
Wow.
That's it.
We have 3 deals in the works.
And a pending closing.
Yeah. So make sure you're heading on over to the website, freedomcapitalinvestments.com, to join the Investor Club, because then you'll learn about things like this that I don't even know about. So maybe I need to go over to the website and join the Investor Club.
They don't know about it in the Investor Club either. They will privately know it before any of these guys know it, once it becomes official.
I gotcha. But anyway, make sure you're checking us out on all the social medias as well. But we like to end all of our episodes with
Invest smart.
Live happy.
Bye everybody.
Nothing on this show should be considered specific, personal, or professional advice. Please consult an appropriate tax, legal, real estate, financial, or business professional for individualized advice. Opinions and information on the show are not guaranteed. All investment strategies have the potential for profit and loss.